Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He'll drop to throw. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Another try for Barkley, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Ball rests on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On a jet sweep, here comes Tony. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll look to throw here.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away.
And it's fielded at the 34. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Prescott to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Here we go.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Let's go. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 33.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Prescott dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Prescott on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets him the lead here in the third, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on fourth and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Facing short yardage on third down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league. And that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running. And the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here we go. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's got Hooper on the out route.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Mike Evans with a milestone career touchdown number 100, joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Giants have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, I mean, Mike Evans has been an elite receiver for some time now, and part of that, Charles, certainly what he can do once the ball is in his hands.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put him out.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that, because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run it again with Barkley. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And now here in this situation, a field goal, we still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Austin Hooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Prescott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing, Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. And again, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. Third and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Barkley, inside handoff. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Barkley. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more.
He's got a man, complete. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now Prescott.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
It's complete, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it, you got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest.